Okay, so for my book talk, I read Trial by Ice. This is what it looks like. And the author is K.M. Costello, and it's nonfiction, and there is 64 pages. And the reason why I chose this book is because, I don't know, it looks kind of interesting, and I knew it was an informational book, and it was going to be, like, about facts, and it said Trial by Ice. I was like, maybe it's about ice, and I don't really know much about, like, ice and stuff, and I knew there was going to be, like, history or, like, a story behind it, so I was like, why not? So that's why I picked it. And then to summarize the basic plot, well, the characters were Ernest Shackleton, and basically he's the main character about this book, and there's like some like side people, I guess, that like, you know, but and then the setting, there's not really a setting except like I mean his story, but it's like, I mean it's kind of like a daily thing, so like home, outside, you know, his goal. And the conflict is Ernest wanted to reach one of the poles of the earth, which is his goal. So that's the conflict. And then a brief passage is, since childhood I have been asked that one question. My father, Edward, was Ernest Shackleton's younger son, and I cannot remember a time when I was not aware of the part the great white continent had played in the life of my family. Obviously, that's like a big part of his like life, you know? And important and engaging passage is, I dreamed that someday I would go to the region of ice and snow and go on until I came to one of the poles of the earth, the end of the axis upon which this great ball turns. So, obviously, that's like an engaging passage because he's telling you his goal and like what he dreams of and what he's going to do. So that's that. And then what I learned is I learned, I don't know, I learned multiple things like about like ice, obviously, and like the history behind it, and like even some cool facts about penguins I didn't know, and seals. That was pretty cool. And also there was actually like a passage on like how to survive kind of through the cold, and mostly about Ernest Shackleton's, about his life and everything, like his goal. I thought that was actually super cool, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. I don't know. The reason why I gave it an 8 out of 10, I mean, it was like a super good book in general, but I don't know. Like, it was kind of boring in some parts. I mean, it is an informational book, but I don't really find them much interesting. But actually, this book was super good, and I'd honestly recommend it to a lot of people. Like, I love it. But, yeah.